He's a homeopathic doctor, so he was experimenting on my anxiety and giving me medicines. Okay, this will control this will control that. They treated me like a patient and not an aspirant. So I actually compare my decision of taking UPSC with Revolt of 1857. This DM is good, now we will have medicines. As a child also I used to think, what is this post DM? Right. Because of which my father is sometimes able to work, sometimes not able to work. Right. Say that I'm earning in crores, I'm placed in Houston, what are you doing? And they used to just turn their back and go. When I got my rank, my biggest happiness was not that I cleared the exam. It was that I don't have to give prelims again. CSAT में एक क्वेश्चन गलत होता, बस एक. I would have not cleared. मेरा भी तो नहीं निकला था, तभी तो आपके पास आया था. Nuclear technology, sir, nuclear technology question. That came from the science and technology. Yeah. So if you want to crack this exam, you have to be unconventional. Start preparing with mains. Then I joined Target UPSC. I have to give you that credit. So precisely GS2 and GS3. Right. These two were the aspects which I did from Sankalp batch.
So in today's video, we'll be looking into his journey of preparation. We'll also try to find out what are the things he did right in his third attempt and क्या चीजें UPSC aspirant ने नहीं करनी चाहिए, क्या चीजें करनी चाहिए. What has been his approach with respect to mains preparation, prelims preparation के लिए क्या approach था. Sociology में he's got one of the highest marks, so we'll be understanding each and everything. And the most important part is with respect to notes making. I'll be sharing few of his notes also along with this video, जिससे आपको एक idea भी आ जाएगा कि notes कैसे बनाने हैं, and we'll be able to learn from his experience also. To start with, Vaibhav, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir.
And it's an amazing rank. The first question which I would like to ask is, how was your educational background and from which part of the country you come from, and how was your family background till you decided to start UPSC preparation? So, आपका journey कैसा रहा?
Sir, journey was very good.
Okay.
And till the point I started to decide that I want to pursue UPSC as a potential career option, it was the year 2019. So that means I'm standing at a point in life where I have completed my electronics and communication engineering degree from JP Institute in 2017. And I have also worked for around 2 years, precisely 22 months, with a firm called Zycus Infotech in Mumbai in the role of business development, which was basically telesales.
Telesales.
Yeah.
And 2019 post-COVID, I think so you must have decided कि अब civil services करना है.
In 2019, when I quit my job, it was not the COVID-19 era, sir. But at that time, I decided that this career which I was into was definitely a very good career when it comes to financial emoluments, when it comes to working in a good corporate organization which values its employees. But I wanted to do something more wide-based in the society, just like you, sir. The way you run your institute, the way the aspiration with which you started to prepare for your exam, the same aspiration God gave in me also, and I started preparing.
So, how was the family reaction when you decided कि यार अब job छोड़ के completely 24/7 अब prepare करोगे? What was your family's first reaction? They were supportive or they said कि job के साथ कर लो?
So this is one advantage of a feudal mindset that no parents say no when the child says that I want to prepare for UPSC. So despite the fact that my conviction was not feudal, my conviction was for society. Right. But the feudal mindset of the society about this exam worked in my favor that my parents were not a resistance.
What? उनका कोई resistance?
Yes.
Secondly, and what was any specific instance जिसके बाद आपको लगा कि नहीं civil services is the right choice या फिर private sector की क्या ऐसा drawback था जो breaking point बोलते हैं कि now it's ठीक है बहुत हो गया अब ये करते ही है क्योंकि everyone is hesitant with respect to taking risk in life. I think so you must be earning in lakhs, आपके LPA बहुत ज़्यादा रहेगा लेकिन leaving that क्योंकि once you get the taste of money it is very difficult to leave, and I can see many aspirants जो job करते हैं वो ये risk नहीं लेना चाहते या वो risk लेते नहीं है because of certain their family condition या बहुत सारे अलग condition है. अगर even if he or she is financially independent फिर भी नहीं लेते. So what was that breaking point when you thought कि यार नहीं अब तो करना ही है?
Sir, I actually compare my decision of taking UPSC with Revolt of 1857.
Okay.
Sir, although the immediate reason of Revolt of 1857 was that bone dust, that Enfield rifle cartridge of some animals. But it was a simmering discontent of hundreds of years. Almost more than 100 years.
Right.
So in the same way, sir, it may look like that I pursued UPSC because of my private sector experience, but it was actually a simmering...
Societal reasons.
Yes, societal reasons. First major reason is my accident of birth. I was born to a homeopathic doctor who was in the government department. Right. So every time, I used to hear from my dad that, this DM is good, now our work will be very good. This DM is good, now we will have medicines. Now, as a child also I used to think, what is this post DM?
Right.
Because of which my father is sometimes able to work, sometimes not able to work.
Right.
My father is an honest man. He's a very good man. He should be able to work, irrespective of who is there in the chair. So I used to think that, okay, this post is something which is crazy.
That is creating a difference.
Yes, yes,
That
yes.
is, and not just impacting society, but impacting lives of hundreds of people.
Yes, sir.
Secondly, I would like to ask you, कैसे start किया आपने preparation? So day you decided कि यार 2019 में you decided, तो what is the first thing you did? क्योंकि बहुत सारे students start करना चाहते हैं, तो they run after NCERTs, first day से NCERT join करेंगे, या फिर first day से they'll start directly reading NCERTs या answer writing कर लेते हैं. तो आपका पूरा process कैसा था once you started your once you decided कि आपको start करना है? तो क्या क्या चीज से आपने स्टार्ट किया, एंड व्हाट आर द मिस्टेक्स यू मेड इन द फर्स्ट 2-3 अटेम्प्ट्स में? आपने क्या मिस्टेक्स अपने किए जिससे हमारे सब्सक्राइबर्स, हमारे जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं, वो समझ पाए कि यार ये मिस्टेक्स अवॉइड करने चाहिए?
यस सर. So the first mistake which I avoided, and thankfully so, was that I decided deliberately that I will not attend a offline coaching.
Okay.
Yes. Why did I decide that, sir? Because in the past I had appeared for offline CAT coachings. I cleared CAT also. That's a different story. But that was very hectic for me. In Mumbai, I was working on a night shift, and in the morning I was going for CAT coaching. So I decided that no more offline gaming. It has to be online.
And I would like to interrupt you here. We had 3 topper interviews before this, and all of them, 2 of them were in Delhi. Chaitanya Giri, Delhiite, Shubhra Panda, Delhiite, and they didn't attend even a single offline class being in Delhi. So बहुत सारे लोगों को लगता है कि यार दिल्ली से ही प्रिपेयर होगा. उन्होंने दिल्ली में रह के कोई ऑफलाइन कोर्सेज कोचिंग नहीं की, एंड द सेम रीजन वाज गिवन बाय देम कि यार 1 घंटा जाना 1 घंटा आना, एंड जब आप वो ऑफलाइन क्लास करते हो तो आने के बाद यू डू नॉट हैव एनर्जी टू परस्यू कंटिन्यू दिस. एंड वन थिंग चैतन्य टोल्ड वाज कि ऑनलाइन में यू कैन स्टडी अकॉर्डिंग टू योर पेस.
एग्जैक्टली.
तो मुझे लगता है कि ऑनलाइन हैज बेनिफिट्स if your basics are done on a right direction.
See, right now, to interrupt me, you had to say that, sorry to interrupt you. But if I was just speaking in a video, you would have just pressed the tab button, stopped it. So that is the benefit. And plus, one thing I want to add, that in my online coaching also, while I was in my home, talking anything which was not related to UPSC, even with my parents, for example, talking about some relative or something that my parents do not like, even that used to disturb my UPSC mindset. I cannot imagine how, aspirants, they travel in metro, they eat food here, enter into relationships, and get their heart broken, and then think about UPSC. One conversation used to disturb my mindset.
It's evident. मतलब क्या है कि वो serious student ही समझ सकता है कि जिसको सच में passion है करने के लिए. And what I think is, जो serious student है वो online भी कर लेगा, offline भी कर लेगा, and जो non serious student है उसे best offline institute भी दे दो तो भी नहीं करेगा. तो मुझे लगता है it ultimately boils down to personal conviction, personal motivation या self motivation पर ही आके रुक जाता है सब कुछ. कंटेंट आज इतना अवेलेबल है मार्केट में, इट इज नॉट लैक ऑफ कंटेंट बट इट इज लैक ऑफ कन्विक्शन टू कंप्लीट इट. आज व्हाट आई थिंक इज मोटिवेशन इज बीन मतलब मोटिवेशन चाहिए सबको, सबको गाइडेंस चाहिए, बट इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है. व्हाट डू यू थिंक इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में आपने क्या ऐसी चीज की जहां आपने गाइडेंस लिया, मोटिवेशन लिया, उसको इम्प्लीमेंट भी करने के लिए आपने क्या चीजें की? मतलब
So I think first thing that we have to realize that we live in a social system. If you tell everyone that I'm planning for UPSC, I'm giving UPSC, everyone will give you the numbers. Okay, 15 lakh appearing, this and that. I told no one. And if someone used, I used to come out of my house, and my neighbors, immediate neighbors, they used to see me at a gap of 15 days, 20 days. The repeated question was, "Kab aaye, kab jaoge? Kab aaye, kab jaoge? When you came, when you will go?" So they did not know I was preparing for UPSC. And if someone was very pinpointing, then I used to say that I'm earning in crores, I'm placed in Houston, what are you doing? And they used to just turn their back and go. That's how I used to just radiate people out.
It's important to be mentally also calm, composed in this phase, because and how was your relatives' reaction post-selection, or the people who were criticizing or trying to poke you during this preparation time?
Sir, my relatives are actually very supportive. Okay. I have a brother who is a commander in Indian Navy, so he has been a constant inspiration. My immediate elder brother is a homeopathic doctor, so he was experimenting on my anxiety and giving me medicines. Okay, this will control this will control that. So my relatives' ecosystem is all in all very conducive. But UPSC demands isolation. Even if you are in a very conducive ecosystem, you cannot talk to every component of that ecosystem. You have to isolate yourself.
Next is with respect to your preparation strategy. What changes did you made? What changes did you make in your third attempt? I think so.
Yes,
third
sir, yes,
attempt
sir, yes,
which you got, which got you rank. तो first two attempts में कैसे रही जर्नी आपने कौन से स्टेज तक आपने एग्जामिनेशन क्लियर किया?
Right.
And third stage में ऐसा क्या different? What was the difference in your preparation that helped you get this rank?
Sir, I'll tell you that I joined.
First attempt में कैसा था पूरा?
I will tell you, sir. I cleared prelims with 8 marks. I cleared it, so it was good. So when I cleared prelims, I realized that okay, everything is working for me. I'm doing something right. Okay, I did a foundation course in Vision IS, and I was happy that okay, this worked. But I was clueless about mains. I thought that okay, whatever the notes are, this helped me in prelims. This is the same exam. This is just the next stage. Let me revise those notes even harder. So I'll clear mains, but I got 707 marks in mains. So that was 29 marks below the general cutoff. And I realized that I thought that I did my best because after my mains, I said to my father in my first attempt that I'm riha ho gaye. We are now free. So we thought that we are free, but when the marks came, I thought we are not free. There are a lot of pages. Then in my second attempt, what I did, I again joined a foundation course. Fortunately, the financial condition in my house is not bad. Now many comments will come that paise wale nikal rahe. To some extent, it is true. So I got that opportunity. I again joined the foundation course. I thought that maybe I did not do it well. I watched all the videos again, made all the notes again. So I'm a hardworking guy, but not a very strategic guy. Again, sir, when the second attempt came, now I flunked prelims by 0.6 marks. Okay.
This must be a heartbreak. मतलब पूरा एकदम.
Yeah, but this was good because even in my second attempt, I definitely missed prelims by 0.6 marks, but I was not mains ready and I did not even know it.
And मतलब बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स यही मतलब ये कंफ्यूजन मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ कि जब स्टूडेंट्स का प्रीलिम्स नहीं निकलता है ना, we had one of our students समीक्षा में से
मेरा भी तो नहीं निकला था, तभी तो आपके पास आया था.
हाँ, तो उस टाइम में अगर मेंस कोई कर लेता है, जब प्रीलिम्स नहीं निकलता है, उसको एक अपॉर्चुनिटी की तरह देख लेता है, तो मुझे लगता है वही स्टूडेंट्स का निकल रहा है जब प्रीलिम्स निकलेगा, क्योंकि प्रीलिम्स निकलना अब क्या हो गया, थोड़ा सा गैम्बल टाइप हो गया. आई बी वेरी श्योर कि ऐसे क्योंकि कुछ क्वेश्चंस आपको लकीली आ जाएंगे. बिल्कुल पेयरिंग बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस है, यू नेवर नो कि आपका कब रुक जाएगा और कब निकल जाएगा. तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में जब निकल रहा है तो वो अपॉर्चुनिटी को छोड़ना,
इट शुड बी द लास्ट वन.
हाँ, क्योंकि प्रीलिम्स निकलेगा नहीं निकलेगा कोई नहीं बोल सकते. आपके कंडीशन में यू आर रैंक 58 एंड मतलब अगर आप बोलोगे कि यार अगला प्रीलिम्स आपका निकलेगा नहीं निकलेगा, सीसैट
में एक क्वेश्चन गलत होता, बस एक, आई वुड हैव नॉट क्लियर्ड प्रीलिम्स दिस ईयर.
इमेजिन रैंक 58, स्टिल आई थिंक सो यू हैव फियर. अगर एक एग्जाम का अगर आपको फियर बताएंगे.
When I got my rank, my biggest happiness was not that I cleared the exam. It was that I don't have to give prelims
again. So prelims has become a tough examination. लेकिन जिस साल आपका निकल रहा है, you have to ensure कि मेंस निकले उस साल. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ इंटरव्यू तक जाके वापस आना है. तो मेंस मतलब मेंस शुड बी सच अ स्ट्रांग पॉइंट. आई थिंक सो ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है जो बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स मिस कर देते हैं. वो पूरा टाइम स्टैटिक सब्जेक्ट्स या बेसिक्स पर फोकस करते हैं. दो इट इज नेसेसरी, लेकिन मेंस रिक्वायर्स अ डेडिकेटेड अप्रोच. व्हाट आई थिंक, राइट. तो सेकंड अटेम्प्ट में आपको प्रीलिम्स नहीं हुआ, देन व्हाट हैपेंड?
Then I joined Target UPSC. Okay. I have to give you that credit. Okay. So precisely GS2 and GS3.
Right.
These two were the aspects which I did from Sankalp batch. Although GS1 was also available, right. GS4 was also there in that package. And I added this, and from this GS2 and GS3, I got a hang of how to make notes. Brainstorming. And plus, I was also motivated by the fact that you have an anxiety, positive anxiety, when you teach.
Right.
And that anxiety is that of an aspirant.
Okay.
It's not of a teacher. Teachers are usually relaxed. Okay, let's teach today. But you were like, let's teach today.
Right.
So that is a commonality with all the teachers that I respect. Okay, they have done a lot. So this was there in you also, sir, and that's what it was something that drove me.
So through Sankalp mains batch, you got a hang of how to prepare for mains.
Yes, as they say in 3 Idiots. मैं आपको ये नहीं सिखा रहा कि ये टॉपिक क्या है, मैं सिखा रहा हूँ सिखाते कैसे.
And it helped across your all the GS. Indirectly helps because वो brainstorming part है, notes making part है.
Yes sir.
And how to interlink topics.
Yes,
I think so. These 3 things जैसे आपने बोला था कि वो 3 चीजों से सब कुछ clarity आ जाती है चीजों में कि कैसे चीजों को adapt करना.
For example, sir, in GS2 you gave in the NGO topic, you gave the example of Spic Mackay as an NGO, which yes, which gives which promotes the the art and culture and different kinds of musics and all. I used that in GS1. Although I'm not a very good GS1 scorer, I got 88 marks. But I'm just giving an example that this is the interlinking which
I
can
think
be
so.
done.
You've got highest marks in GS2 118.
I know, sir. I don't know, sir. It is 119.
119.
Maybe someone else has got right.
But लेकिन top I think
Good
so,
marks.
very
Good marks.
Okay. And so you completed your mains preparation during that phase after prelims.
Yes, sir. I would not say complete.
Okay.
But I got a hang of it.
Hang of it.
I made the notes. And the way you cover topics, okay, this is a topic, this is that topic. So I made this green diary. You can show it later, sir. In that green diary, what did I do? I wrote all the topics of 1, 2, 3, 4, all the points in the syllabus, GS2, GS3. And I just made sure that whenever I will read newspaper, if I think that this topic will come here in this heading, I just wrote down the topic. I said that I'll prepare it after clearing prelims, but I should know that this can come.
This can come, right. So knowing the topics is also important. Because if topic ही miss हो गया, so it becomes very difficult.
80% game.
Right. And for prelims, what was your strategy?
Oh, sir. Now, this is something that if anyone is talking confidently about it, I doubt their understanding of prelims.
Right. But what helped you this time? Because this time was even more difficult. मतलब third attempt है, paper difficult आ रहा है, CSAT difficult आ रहा है, GS के questions. So how did you? And I think you have anxiety also. As in, so वो anxiety, how did you manage during that first paper? That is a major challenge.
So I was taking anxiety medicines by my brother. Okay, so he gave me that you have to take. Although people do or do not believe in homeopathy, but it worked for me. And I was also following your advice. You said that you have to be hydrated during mains, during prelims. You have to have glucose in your body. So that's what I did. So all these things worked. And one thing is that some amount of meditation and some amount of philosophy, your own philosophy, not John Rawls or anything. Philosophy that everything will fall in place. Let's give this exam as an exercise.
Anxiety. And with respect to content, how did you, anything special you did third prelims में?
Sir, target 140. Okay.
I think so many questions were directly hit from that part.
Yes, sir. I said this in a different platform also, but they cut that. Okay. So I would say it here that in target 140 plus batch, who can say that in this prelims, there were questions that were directly there. The award question was there. Although, sir, I have to tell you that award question I did wrong. But it was there in my notes. That I have to accept. No?
And it's not just for you, I'm trying to tell you. From that 12 hours marathon, I think so, आप paid batch के तो आपने नहीं देखा होगा. 12 hours, that was included in target 140 plus.
उसी के snippets हैं वो.
हाँ. उसी का कुछ पार्ट है तो बहुत सारे आफ्टर प्रीलिम्स द फर्स्ट थिंग वाज थैंक यू सर वहां से क्वेश्चन हुआ है एंड टारगेट 140 से वी कुड क्रैक 15 क्वेश्चंस डायरेक्टली उस कंटेंट से आए.
So when Shubham Kumar sir taught the exam, he mentioned your target 140. Right. Not
he mentioned YouTube channel.
Yes, 12 hour
marathon. He was not part of our any course.
12 hour marathon.
12 hours marathon.
Yes. That's how I got to know about your institute. Right. That's how I joined. I joined the target 140 batch. Right.
Definitely. And environment module also you joined?
Yes, sir. It was because that my environment notes were very good. Jai Krishna sir of Vision IS, he taught me environment, the basics. It was very good. But I somehow felt that it's good to discuss that topic. It's good to talk about environment on a podium. But maybe it is not effective to, crack questions. For that, I needed some person who is not just enthusiastic about teaching environment, but also making sure that environment questions are solved. That's why the environment module of, I think, 12 to 13 classes. Yes, that helped. So nuclear technology, sir, nuclear technology question. That came from the science and technology. Yes.
Yeah, it's target to basic approach. If you have seen सीधी बात no बकवास. No, we do not believe in wasting a single moment. Yeah. अगर आप हमारा कंटेंट देख रहे हो मतलब आप सीरियस हो तो व्हाट आई बिलीव इज इसलिए इतने कन्वर्जन्स हो रहे हैं क्योंकि जो देख रहा है वो सीरियस है क्योंकि उसको यहाँ शेर और शायरी नहीं मिल रही है इसको यहाँ हंसी मजाक नहीं मिल रहा है
बाबर की बातें नहीं मिल रही
यहाँ कोई ज्ञान मोटिवेशन ज्यादा नहीं मिल रहा है यहाँ मिलेगा तो सिर्फ कंटेंट मिलेगा और कंटेंट देखने वाले 10% है. मैं बोलता हूँ हमेशा कंपटीशन ज्यादा नहीं है, कंपटीशन सिर्फ 10% की है. जो प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं उसमें से 10% ही कंपटीशन है. बाकी का लोग सिर्फ मतलब वो स्ट्रैटेजी लेते हैं लेकिन इंप्लीमेंट नहीं करते. जो यहाँ हमारा लेक्चर देखने आया है, कंटेंट देखने आया है, वो सही स्टूडेंट है एंड वहीं से रिजल्ट आएगा. वो एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज मतलब. एंड वन मोर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, मैं सारे टॉपर्स को ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू सारे टॉपर्स को पूछ रहा हूँ कि इफ यू हैड टू सिलेक्ट among four qualities which helped you clear, and if you have to rank in descending orders, so what would it be? So first is talent, hard work.
No.
So you descending order में आप बताओ मुझे, talent, hard work, patience, consistency.
Sir, I would say insane positivity.
Positivity.
Irrational positivity. Sir. Because most of the rational people are, it may be a wrong statement to say, but they never appear for this exam. I know many rational people who could have cleared this exam, but they chose the other path because at the first instance they do this calculation. Okay, this is, for example, I'll tell you about my friend. He's working in Houston right now. So he prepared for this exam and he went there, and now he's in a group of Chinese, Australians, Americans, everyone. And he told them about this exam. And the first thing that everyone is asking of that international group of students is, why did you prepare for this exam? So he said, because I was an idiot. And then those same students asked them that why did your friend prepare it and clear it? Because he was my roommate. So
Right.
so this is happening. I think insane positivity is required.
Next.
Second is clear purpose. Why you want to be there. This exam is not the end of the road. If you want to go on the streets and solve problems, so this is a necessary pre-step. This is the Agni Pariksha. Whatever the tricks or whatever the rules of the trade are, you have to accept it. Because ultimately, I have to get there. It's a means, right? It should not be the end. I heard unfortunate news that some girl, my dear sister, she committed suicide. I don't know her name. Just because maybe she treated this exam as the end.
And what was your plan B ready?
No, sir. No.
What was your plan? अगर नहीं होता इस बार तो you would have given one more attempt. मतलब क्या था दिमाग में? ऐसे कुछ सोचा था कि ऐसा हो सकता है?
Sir, again I said insane positivity or maybe foolishness, but I would have tested myself to the limits that let's see what happens if I give the last attempt. Let's see what happens. Because this is one life, right? And I had a very clear purpose that I want to be on the road as a ethical, not say administrator, any officer. We do not imagine that we will get the IAS. Right. I was imagining Indian Information Service also. Okay. That if I get that, I will tweak this in the budget. I will present it better. I will make better graphics. So there is opportunity to do everything.
Right. So you were ready mentally. You were ready.
Yes.
And so you didn't. मतलब how did you manage your lows जब आप depression में थे या फिर ऐसा कुछ phase आया होगा where you thought कि यार give up वाला phase आता है हर एक aspirant में. I cannot say कि complete positivity है. नहीं मतलब there would be phases. तो उस phase में what did you think? मतलब what was the driving force?
So there is a whiteboard. Like this is an electronic board. I have a whiteboard in my room. It is full of dots. Those dots are my punches. And they are there at the highest point. So I even jumped and punched. And it's a very serious thing that I'm joking right now. So at that time, it happens that, I never discussed this, hardships with my dad or mom because they're old. How will they help me? I only, get there to give love and get love. Sometimes it happened that spillovers were there and I passed on my tension to them, to my brother also. So at that time, they supported me. They treated me like a patient and not an aspirant. That, okay, he's a mental patient also right now because he's an aspirant. And when I used to get over it, and everything was fine.
And आपके जो success का श्रेय है, आप किसको देना चाहते हो? Finally, मतलब apart from teachers, anyone special?
Sir, it may sound blasphemous, but I would like to give it to Lord Hanuman, sir.
Right. Any story of your journey you would like to share with our aspirants?
Yes, sir. I would like to share just one story, although it is not the crux of my preparation nor the sole driving force. But once my father was a government doctor, so the DM of Amroha called him one day that his child is not well. So you please come there. And I asked my father that I would not say which DM, what was the year, but I asked my father that why is he calling you? You were already looking at public patients. You are there in your duty hours. Your duty is here. So he should come here, bring his child. He said, no, he's an IAS officer. I was like, no, this is not the way it should operate. Well, okay, you just keep quiet when I'm there. And we went there, we were sitting in front of him. He was a very good man, but he was part of a society and he was not, aware that even this nitty-gritty was being observed by a child. So I got out of that room, that this is a feudal energy. I don't want to see my father in this position. I got out. And there was this old board. There's this board behind officers, where this officer served from this tenure to this. Yeah. Old board was there, which was having some fungus. So a termite, and it was kept out. So with stone, I wrote my name and read IAS. And his guard was observing. He said, "Hey, kya kar rahe ho?" He did not know that I was with the doctor. He said, "No, don't touch it." I was like, "Okay," but IAS लिख गया था. आज हो गया sir.
Manifestation really works, I think so.
Indirect manifestation था, unintentional manifestation था. But I was just frustrated by the fact that why my father is in this position. Why he should be scared? No one should be scared.
Right. If you are ethical, there's no need to be scared.
Yeah, there should be no personality in this universe which should scare anyone else. Right.
Anything else? और क्या questions आ रहे हैं? आप ही मुझे बताओ कि what are the questions you've been getting?
So not questions. I would just say one thing that before even thinking about prelims, because UPSC is little antithetical to conventional rationality. Conventional rationality is a step by step, and the step given by UPSC is prelims, mains, and interview, right? But if you want to crack this exam, you have to be unconventional. Start preparing with mains. Ignore prelims as if you never have to give it. Ignore it. Prepare 1 year full-fledgedly for mains. Start with ethics. Complete in 30 days. Now, this is an advice I would have given to my younger brother or sister. Complete ethics, right answers. In 1 month, any new aspirant can come to a situation where that aspirant can challenge the person who is going to top in that attempt, at least in ethics. Do that. I started very late. After prelims, I started to logically look at ethics.
And I think so. If you are, you can prepare independently with respect to mains also. If you have the right approach. तो अगर आपने साइड बाय साइड ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि सिर्फ मेंस कर रहे हो, लेकिन अगर आप पार्लियामेंट का हम देख रहे हैं तो आप ऐसा कर सकते हो कि पार्लियामेंट का प्रीलिम्स से पढ़ा एंड जो पार्लियामेंट पार्ट है मेंस का वो भी साइड बाय साइड पढ़िए, क्योंकि आज क्या कर रहे हैं हम सिर्फ लक्ष्मण का पार्लियामेंट पढ़ रहे हैं, लेकिन जिस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस पार्लियामेंट या एग्जीक्यूटिव के आएंगे वो कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट है मेंस पर्सपेक्टिव से. तो इट हैज टू हैव एन इंडिपेंडेंट अप्रोच आल्सो. व्हाट आई थिंक इज मेंस रिक्वायर्स अ कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट माइंडसेट, डिफरेंट अप्रोच. एंड वो जब हम प्रीलिम्स का अप्रोच लेते हैं तो वी ऑलवेज सी अबाउट फैक्ट्स, क्योंकि हम स्टार्ट किससे कर रहे हैं, फैक्ट्स से ही कर रहे हैं. वो मेंस का अप्रोच डेवलप होने में बहुत टाइम लग जाता है. एंड क्या होता है कि मेंस इज वन थिंग व्हिच ड्राइव्स एवरीथिंग. इट ड्राइव्स योर रैंक, इट ड्राइव्स एवरीथिंग. एंड मुझे लगता है आपका भी सिलेक्शन इज बेस्ड ऑन योर मेंस मार्क्स. मेजॉरिटी मेंस का जो कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा है. हाउ वाज योर इंटरव्यू स्कोर?
193 sir.
193. Definitely, I think so. IS में it has helped you, but overall to getting into the service, mains marks were equally important.
Definitely.
चलेगा. I think so. We'll conclude, and I hope अगर आगे भी if we target UPSC aspirants need
definitely
your help,
sir, definitely.
I would request you to be there on the platform and guide aspirants with respect to
such an affordable platform. I would love to be there.
नहीं, definitely.